Hello guys, welcome. I'm just gonna give a few minutes for some people to come on because I know I told some people in my Laws of Enchantress program that I was gonna be on the YouTube. So if you're new and you never saw any of my videos, welcome. I'm Connie. I am of course the owner of this YouTube channel, Hashtag But Economics. I also have, hey Michaela, I also have the Laws of Enchantress YouTube channel. And I have my free host page for the amazing, hey BB, I don't know some of your code names. I also have my free host page for the amazing Law of Enchantress program, which I started last year in May, which is doing actually phenomenal. If you're interested in seeing reviews, I can actually just put some reviews in here from my Enchantress coaching page, full of reviews, and my Twin Flame coaching, chock full of reviews if you want to know a little bit more about me. So I've been doing this for a while now, and I truly believe that we're entering a new era. We're entering a new vibration. I started this page, this very YouTube page, to empower women to get into economic empowerment. I saw so much opportunities, and so many women have been turned around and have been just totally touched by the work I was doing. So I want to continue that work and truly talk about the Laws of Enchantress program, but also talk about why the program is so effective, why we have so many women getting married, why we have so many women healing, and why there's so much eureka moments. First of all, I'm talking about life experience. I'm an HR manager, been an HR manager for over 20 years. I've worked with bridal for over 5 years. I actually was the manager in one of the flagship stores, and I saw so many women, interviewed so many women. I used to run the Great Bridal Expo. So I've always had a knack for business, but also a passion for women. And working so close to the bridal industry and touching so many brides, I took in so much information from so many different women, every different demographics, social economics, you name it, you say it, I saw it. And also my personal experience and my journey struggling with feminine, struggling with femininity, struggle with being the balanced woman, and just reconnecting to the feminine sacred inside all of us. Because there's so much going on, so much complexities and so much layers. And often you hear people talk about the law of attraction, the law of attraction. Often you hear people talking about positivity. And often you hear people talking about karma. But little do you hear about how to sustain these things. Little do you hear about, how can you maintain, not just attract. Because that's the true key, that's the true focus. Not just attracting what you want into your life, but maintaining and keeping a healthy evolution. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that is one of the core principles of the Laws of Enchantress program, which makes it so effective. You are the prize, not anyone else, not the guy in any way, which way or form. You are the prize. You can only attract at that which you align to. So it doesn't matter about the man, it matters about you, how you see yourself, how you present yourself, and how much you truly believe. Because if you want a man who is amazing, if you want a man who's spectacular, if you want anything in your life, you have to start asking those questions about yourself. And it doesn't mean to physically equate yourself in terms of dollars and cents. It just means, do you feel as amazing as what you want to have? Do you feel as spectacular? Are you giving to yourself? And when I say giving, how is your alignment? How is your vibration? Even in business, you often hear people talk about the law of attraction, the law of expectation, the law of compensation. So these things are fluid throughout your entire life. So one way of executing this success will be another way of executing it the same way across the board for any success. So it's really important for you to have a certain sensation. I want to talk about spiritual debts. So this is a topic that a lot of people get really, I would say, controversial with. And I truly believe in it with my whole heart and spirit. The first thing I want to say is no human is perfect. This is not about living some unbelievable or unrealistic mantra. I have flaws, you have flaws, I have flaws, you have flaws. We all have flaws. It's not about holding yourself to an unattainable height of perfection. It's not about that. Spiritual debt means you sow, you reap what you sow. Meaning that there is no loopholes. There's a lot of people who don't believe in karma because if they did, they'll be terrified of what they're going to be reaping. But I'm here to tell you karma is absolutely real. Karma is real. And for the people who like to contest it, you want to ask them why. And you might want to be wary of hanging out with those people because they do so much screwed up things that they're absolutely terrified that if karma is real, what's going to happen to me? So these are people that teach you to be, be gangster, don't care about anyone else. And I promise you, if you stick around long enough, if they don't take you out, if you stick around long enough, you're going to see karma destroy this person because it is energy. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, I never made mistakes, or you're perfect, but if you're consistently on a path of destruction, if you're consistently on a path of anger, negativity, if you're consistently attacking people, if you're consistently like showing empathy and sympathy, if you're consistently being ruthless, don't be surprised if there's a period in your life that these things come back to haunt you, that these things come back. You have to understand quantum physics. You have to understand energy. You have to understand when someone said that phrase eons ago, what goes around comes around, it truly comes around. And if you're doing good, it doesn't mean to be an idiot and do good to people that are hurting you, using you, because there's always people talking at different ends of the spectrum. There's always people trying to twist the words around. No one's saying for you to take abuse. No one's not saying for you not to have a backbone. No one's not saying for you not to be responsive and defend yourself. But there's a big gray area between doing that and just being consistently negative, being consistently angry, never talking about anything productive, never talking about anything progressive, just staying in a negative vibration. And then you keep wondering why you're getting more of what you don't want in your life. And eventually, this is karmatic. This is karma energy. This is cosmic energy. Even in physics, if you keep rubbing your hands together, you're going to get heat. You can't keep rubbing your hands together and get cold. Whatever you work towards will come back to you. But there's a lot of people in this life. Hey, Elma, there's a lot of people in this life who don't understand that. And when you do good onto yourself and do good onto others, it's not, oh yeah, meditation, yes. We do that in Laws of Enchantress. So the Laws of Enchantress program is a structured, ongoing program. We started at course 1, and it's so magical how it started, because it was supposed to just be a 3-day feminine sacred program. That's it. But I got such amazing feedback. I touched so many women in terms of loving themselves, empowering themselves, healing themselves, going beyond the exterior and going to the interior, that I decided to continue it. And what happened when you started focusing on yourself as a woman, when you start lavishing on yourself, being, expressive to yourself, when you started to focus on yourself, so many women, including myself, literally, I started the Laws of Enchantress program May 1st. When I went into it May 1st, I was just beginning to date Jason. Literally, in less than a year, like May 1st of this year will make a full year. The program's been out. Literally, in less than a year, me taking my own program, my girls saw my life transform, because I had a lot of insecurities. I had a lot of lack of self-confidence. I've had a lot of challenges, health-wise, emotional-wise in my life. And literally, when I refused to submit to any negativity, when I made a conscious decision to douse myself with love, and not just love, change my life, elevate myself, and master my emotions, and not let anybody take a hold. And I had many tests and many challenges. And I questioned myself many times. Was I doing the right thing? Should I respond to this person? Should I respond to that person? Should I start fighting? So I was like my own Laws of Enchantress experiment. On top of that, I'm a certified Law of Attraction advanced practitioner. I've been a student of Abraham Hicks and Hay House and Dr. Wayne Dyer and Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy, Napoleon Hill. You see, I could just say those names off the top of my head. I've been studying this conscious effect of believing in positivity for women, especially like us. And literally in 10 months, Jason was courting me, the love of my life, swept me off my feet. I did so many personal things to change my life for the better. And of course, most of you know, I got engaged and he proposed to me January 6th. This is my gorgeous ring that he gave me. And that happened. That's how I started my new year, which was January 6th. He proposed to me in England. And the program wasn't initially how to get proposed to and how to have a husband. But once that started to happen, I started to network with relationship experts. I started to go to courses with professional high-end matchmakers. And I started to incorporate that information and, of course, give them credit. And that's everything transformed. So we have pages for Enchantress Fitness, Enchantress Beauty. We do live meditations on the intention experiment. We even have a page that I added into there for cosmetic surgery and beauty. We have a page for Hashtag But Life, which is part of this coaching and, empowerment for economics. We have a page for domestic goddess for women that want to be the expert stay-at-home goddess. We have a page just for married women because I couldn't believe how many married women who are already happily married were joining, and I was like, what's going on? And it's just that the secret was being able to express gratitude. So many happily married Black women didn't feel safe expressing this stuff on a platform because I had no idea. Well, I got an idea, but I had no idea how attacked certain women were for expressing being happy in traditional means. So that's why we don't see a certain type of agenda, because these women don't want to get dragged, they don't want their husbands dragged, they don't want their families dragged. So it's a lot of stuff that's happening that's absolutely beautiful. So it's a consumption of different pages, structured programs, modules, books. It's just grown into such a beautiful Disneyland, Disneyland for women. And we had so many people. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lainey. But so many, it's wonderful. And I just want to say, I made a huge choice. I could have gone to the dark side. I could have allowed myself to get into a nonstop negativity banter. And I made a decision that those who are aligned, those who have the higher vibration, those who truly honor happiness, love, health, wealth, those who are really living their best life, they'll be able to see and feel. And when I saw happily married Black women flooding to my page and just loving the energy and loving the compassion, there's so much power in gratitude. There's so much power in positivity. There's healing in that transformation, and not just momentarily. Thank you, Sean. You guys making me blush. There is something magical, and it's a shame that so many Black women don't understand. You are the prize. You are the bag. Your mind is incredibly powerful. And the Laws of Enchantress program, that's why it's changing so many lives. And not just getting a man. Women are getting empowered to take themselves on their first pedicure. Women are getting empowered to leave bad relationships. Women are getting empowered to start businesses and truly figure out how to get themselves to where they want to be. It's like a volcano of love, happiness, and joy. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And that's why so many women who've taken the program, and it's continuous, I just leave the pages open, and as I add new volumes, if you join, you get free access to everything and free access to the page. And to be transparent, I had a free, absolutely free host page on Facebook where you can actually go in and view over 100 of my videos where we talked about Dr. Emoto and the rice experiment, where we talked about Gila and how powerful the genetics are of women, Black women like us, where we talked about the first woman on this planet was a beautiful ebony rich woman over 150,000 years ago, and how you should have pride in knowing every single man on this planet is biologically wired to be attracted to you. That's why everyone's coming home. Yeah, the rice experiment are great. Yeah, that's a good one. But that's why so many people are coming home. And what I mean by coming home, they want to have melanin shots. They want to get their lips full. They want to have a curvier body. They want to have round bottoms. They want to be voluptuous. And so many of us have been tainted to think anything Afrocentric, anything Black is not the best, and it's best to look like a certain way and a certain person, and we are worshiping and adoring the complete opposite. And you're seeing so many women not feeling fulfilled and adequate because they're trying to reach some unattainable, fake, false exterior. And so many women are missing the beautiful evolution of ebony rich women taking over the modeling world. They're missing the evolution of people literally wanting to look like you because you are the epitome of the gorgeous feminine allure. So we can't force people to want to align to higher consciousness. We can't force people to want to wake up every day and see the positivity. We cannot force people to make a choice and stop trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is not healing. If you made a choice to stay away from anything that you consider toxic, walk away. Like I told my page today, you only have what, 9 full months of 2019. I know it sounds terrifying, but it is March 27th. We only have 9 full months. I changed my entire life in less than 10 months. You got the incredible capacity and power to make that change for your life, but you have to make choices and you have to invest in yourself. And not just in my program, which is only $199, not just in that, but I'm talking about mental investigations. Oh, we have Enchanted Fitness too. We have Enchanted Fertility and Fitness because, as many of you know, I lost over 120 pounds. And as many of you know, I have endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome. And these two ailments were hell on weight, obesity, depression, anxiety. So those are also separate pages where we talk about fitness and fertility, where we talk about Enchanted Fitness, where women are working out and getting motivated to work out, where I post workouts going to the gym. I post a lot of information that I get from my medical weight loss doctor. A lot of it's just an amazing environment, and you have to see it for yourself. But again, I want to go back to spiritual debt. So you're probably saying, what is that? So it's like, you want goodness in your life, you have to deposit into your positivity bank or your spiritual bank. It's just like going to the bank and making withdrawals when you know you haven't made deposits. What's going to happen? A lot of us are suffering from spiritual overdraft. You know, we're not putting enough love, compassion, and happiness into our life. We're just freaking not. And then we expect to go to the spiritual bank and withdraw love, happiness, compassion. If you're not putting that into your life, you have absolutely no right to take it out. You're not going to receive what you refuse to give. And it's such a hard thing to do because we are 70% predisposed to be negative. We love to click on negative videos. We love to hear drama. We like to get tea. Some of us get an orgasm at tea. We like to hear the toxicity. We like to hear the trash. We like to hear the darkness because that's the only high most of us are getting. I'll be honest, I was a negative junkie because that was the only high. I didn't have love in my life. I didn't have happiness in my life. I didn't have, smoothness. I had dysfunction. It's negative. We like to click on the bad videos. We like to see the drama because it's the only rush and high. But once you start to experience a different type of high, the high of happiness, the high of self-fulfillment, the high of self-care, self-healing, the high of actually having a life that you're proud of, not the physical things, but the emotional things, the high of sharing yourself with friends and family, even if it's a fewer people, even if it's a smaller circle who truly are aligned and support you. That's a different type of high. And once you start aligning to that, that other type of high really doesn't appeal to you anymore. You actually become more allergic to it. You actually start changing and don't entertain it. So spiritual debt is a serious thing because a lot of people are being taught if you want something, just ask for it. You're supposed to get it. Forget the fact that you haven't given to anyone. If you want to do this, it's like the people that only go to church on Easter, only go to church on Christmas, and they think that's going to do something as if God can't see you ignoring the other 363 days. It's like the people that want to do whatever they want, say whatever they want, sprinkle some water, sprinkle some cinnamon and some sugar, and they think that, no, God is not a genie. God is not your genie. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care if you're Yoruba. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care what religion you are. God is not a genie. You're not Aladdin. You don't rub the lamp and then your blessings come out. I know a lot of people are teaching this dysfunction. Be evil, be mean, be nasty, only care about you, screw the whole world. And you think out of nowhere you're going to just rub this genie lamp and all your wishes are going to come true. That's not how it works. The first person you got to be nice and compassionate and loving to is yourself. And I'm not telling you to be an idiot and go out here and kumbaya the whole world. Absolutely not. The truth is this. When you start loving yourself and you start aligning to happiness and joy and contentment, you actually have a natural deflector for crap. When you are so immersed in treating yourself, taking yourself to the spa, going to therapy, getting therapy, taking yourself on vacation, going to sandals, when you start to indulge, buying yourself flowers, getting your nails done, buying your favorite wine, going to Tiffany, Saks, Nordstrom's, I don't care, Bloomingdale's, I don't care, Neiman Marcus, shopping. When you start to indulge in yourself, you're going to deflect naturally the people who don't align to the way you treat yourself. It's an absolute lie. If you are loving yourself, respecting yourself, and honoring yourself, it is physically and emotionally and energetically impossible for you to attract assholes into your life. It's just not possible. It's just not. I'm just being honest with you. So you don't have to worry and be paranoid and have anxiety that if you're not behaving in a certain way and manner, if you're not on guard and angry and showing your whole teeth like a pit bull, that you're going to have people walk all over you. It's actually the opposite. People that like to take advantage, people that like to attack, they look for their victims. They look for people who are insecure, low self-esteem, no confidence. They try to stay away from people who are beaming with self-love and fulfillment. That is your best Sloman shield to protect yourself against the crap in the world. Just being honest with you. And showing gratitude in your everyday life. How do you show gratitude? What do you thank every day for? And the reason why it's so important, there's something called the law of gratitude. I'm actually reading it from my site. And there's a key step in the law of attraction that people often forget to use. Gratitude is a powerful law of attraction exercise. It raises your vibration and brings you into harmony with the energy of the universe. So gratitude can immediately transform areas of your life. But if you're hanging around with grimy people and dusty, you know what, and angry, you know what, crocodile pananis, you know what I'm talking about, them razor sharp pananis that want to tear everything up. And you're scared to express your gratitude of your new job. You're scared to express the gratitude because your son just got on the honor roll. You're scared to express the gratitude of your new apartment or your engagement simply because the people around you are so low energy and you don't want to get attacked. Because it seems on Facebook it's a secret law that you are only allowed to express negativity, hate, anger, drama, videos of people getting beat up, videos of girls getting beat up. It's like Facebook is kind of like the negative dumping ground. And I actually unfollow until I get my news feed to look like exactly. I have no, my block hand, unfollow hand is heavy because I know emotionally how powerful consistent negative imagery is. So that's a big thing is, think to yourself, how often do you show gratitude in your daily life? What are you thankful for? What are you expressive for? Not just thinking it. How do you show it? How do you engage in it? How do you show it through your life? Do you write it down? Do you give more of what makes you feel thankful? So these things are imperative to changing and transforming your life and not keep trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is not healing. That's a form of Stockholm syndrome where you say you hate something but you start loving it. Oh yeah, negativity has a major impact on us. There's a book actually in my group, a separate page as part of the Enchantress program, called the Intention Experiment. And in the Enchantress program, I made a whole page called the Intention Experiment where we do live meditations and stuff. And the book actually says that when you get a group of people together, especially women, because we have a natural predisposition to be emotionally higher, but when you get a group of women together and they're consciously focusing on anything, whether it's positive or negative, because that's the key to manifestation. People think manifestation means positivity. No, it does not. It just means you are constantly manifesting something. It could be good and it could be bad. But the intention experiment actually is done by MIT and Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. And they studied women's collective thoughts and men in a controlled group. And they saw that when people focus and were aligned, they were actually able to affect the scientific realm of reality, the quantum physics world, which is terrifying when I think about how many sisters like to be negative as a collective. How many sisters like to gossip and have drama as a collective. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to live this unrealistic, perfect life and float around with fairy dust and sprinkle sparkles. I'm not saying that. Everyone's human. Everyone talks once in a while. But if the majority of your communications are negative, if the majority of your actions and engagements are toxic, do not be surprised if your achievements and your goals and your relationships and your marriage go downhill. Do not be surprised. If you're happily married, you can wreck your I don't want to curse. You can wreck the hell out of a happy marriage by hanging out with people who aren't happy, who don't like marriage, who are not faithful, who are not going to encourage you. Just the energy alone can deteriorate your healthy, happy marriage. I'm not joking. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen the first girl in the group. We all know who she is, who's the first one to get married. And she goes through hell. Friends still want to take her clubbing. Friends try to get her to be a thought. Friends giving her really bad advice because she's the first one. And then literally, she'll start comparing her husband to the boyfriend you just had 2 hours ago, the man you've been dating for 3 weeks, because she's only telling you the good things. She's not telling you the drama, the argument. She's not telling you she called him and he didn't pick up his phone. So you start missing your single life. I'm not even lying, because I do one-on-one Enchantress coaching. And some of the stories I've heard, I'm like, sister, run, because it's not that people are jealous. It's really not. It's that you can only see through your perspective. If you've been hurt and you haven't healed, you can't celebrate someone else's love. If you've been cheated on and you haven't healed, you can't have faith in someone else's relationship. If you haven't experienced what it is to be loved, adored, and have your man enchanted with you, it's almost impossible emotionally for you to be able to align to your friend. It's like speaking different languages. You're literally just not on that wavelength. You want to know how I know? Because I experienced that. It's very challenging and it's very hard to admit it. So when you are corresponding with this friend who's had bad relationships or who got dumped, and you're showing pictures, well, look what my husband did for me on Valentine's Day. She's literally throwing negative vibes because it's hurting her. It's hard. A lot of people do a lot of things just to save face. But at the end of the day, it's not true. At the end of the day, they really don't feel that way. At the end of the day, they're really not happy. So how can they be happy for you? How can they give you what they're not giving to themselves? How can they be happy for you? And it's not that they're evil. It's just common sense. I mean, to make it more stark, imagine your friend, God forbid, just lost her baby. And you just give birth 3 days later. Hey, look at my brand new baby. I just gave birth. You really think she gonna be happy? She gonna be depressed because you're reminding her of what she don't have and what she lost and what she can never have again. And that there's no difference. When her relationship is died and her heart has been broken and she's not healing and nobody's there making her feel empowered and nobody's there to bring positivity, and you bring in your baby relationship, oh, I just got engaged, I just got married, and she just lost all hope. And you're wondering why you're not getting the support, the love. You're wondering why the negative vibration. It's not jealousy. It's physics. It's quantum physics. It's impossible. What you're asking for is impossible. And that's why so many married women have rushed my page and paid for the program. And the program has a page for married women called Traditional Ladies Lux and Domestic Goddess. But I was surprised that part of the page was popular because so many married women felt trapped. They couldn't express. They were scared. Even if they were happily married, the fact that they were talking about it, they would get attacked. So that's what I want to talk about in terms of gratitude and spiritual debt. Spiritual debt is real, guys. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you don't believe in God. I don't care if you don't believe in wood and sticks. Spiritual debt, thank you, Lene. Spiritual debt is real. And if you're patient enough and you hang around that person long enough who doesn't believe in it and keep doing bad things and keep saying bad things and keep talking about bad things, eventually you're going to see everything they've done come back to them tenfold. And the people who aren't doing bad things and the people who are enjoying their lives and bypassing the negativity, You're going to see your life transforming. And like I say, actions talk, bullshit walks. Actions talk. The actions of happiness, the joys of happiness, the glow of being healthy, the glow of being fit. Hey, Katie, the glow of starting your own relationship. You know, you can't lie about these things. And sometimes you need to close your eyes and listen to the vibration. Vibration is the truth. The vibration is the universe. We are all vibrating. We talked about this before. Well, Meta, I read what you just said. And thank you for sharing that. Well, Meta, that is toxic. If you have to keep the happiness of your new job, the happiness of buying a new home, the happiness of starting a business and being successful, if you have to hide any joy, any realm, you need to get rid of those people. But I don't believe in cutting people off. I believe in expressing my love and my happiness. And the negativity people who don't align to that vibration, they're going to fall out of your life. Because if you got to physically cut people off, that means you're still energetically connected to them. That means you're still in their realm. You're still in their circle. I truly believe if you focus 100% on losing weight, opening a business, getting married, continuing a healthy marriage, being a good mom, whatever the focus is for you, whatever positivity and transformation means for you, if you truly focus on that, you don't have to physically cut people off. You cut people off because you're still in close proximity to them. You're not doing what you have to do, you're just talking too damn much. You cut people off because you still are aligned to them. I'll tell you a story. Even Janelle, keep going. I have family issues as well. So for instance, when I was losing weight, I used to be 257 pounds. And when I lost 120 pounds, I'm going to tell you, I had friends in my life that I was very close to, friends for 10, 12 years. And when when my doctor told me, Miss Walker, you got to get your stomach cut, you got to lose weight, this is a risk to your health. I said, no. Let me try to do nutrition. Let me try to go to the gym. I've never invested 100% in my fitness. I had to be honest. I always had excuses. Yes, I got polycystic ovarian syndrome. Yes, I have endometriosis. But have I ever tried to give myself to those things 100%? No, I did not. But when the doctor said, time's up, because I have endo and it was really pushing me towards being cancerous, I had to really focus on me. When I came back and told my friends about going to the gym, hiring a trainer, getting a nutritionist, the friends in my circle, they didn't say, oh, we're going to be there for you, son. They just said, okay, you do what you got to do, but they were not supportive. So when I was trying to go to the gym, hey, Connie, you want to go to Shake Shack and get some burgers? They knew that was not for me. I just got told either you lose weight or cut your stomach. So I would say, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. You guys can meet me after. They never met me up. Hey, Connie, you want to go out to eat? We want to go to Five Guy Burgers. I'm like, you know what? That diner makes really good burgers and salads. Why don't we go there so we can all eat together? Nah, we don't want to go to there. We really want Five Guys. Hey, Connie, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, I got an appointment with my personal trainer. Why don't you skip the gym? We want to go clubbing. You know what? How about you guys go clubbing later? I can go to the gym. You can pick me up. I could go hang out with y'all. Nah, it's okay. Eventually, our wavelengths didn't connect. Eventually, just magically on its own, those friends who I cared so much about dropped out of my radar. As I'm talking to you, I'm trying to think like, damn, where did they go? But when you invest yourself 100% in your path, nothing can stop you. Not your friends, not your family, not even yourself. Once you got your eye on the prize, nothing can stop you. Not your friends, not your family, not even yourself. It's an absolute lie. Because I never cut them off. I still tried to make them a part of my life, but they weren't on that wavelength. They was not about that diet life. They was not about that fitness life. They was not about that gym life. They definitely was not about that salad life. They were definitely not about eating salads. So that's the beautiful thing. Test yourself. For those of you who be like, I be cutting people off, why? If you're 100% invested in being an entrepreneur, if you're 100% invested in your happiness, challenge yourself. Put all your energy. Start expressing. Stop hiding. If you're having a good week, don't hide. The people who are upset because you post a happy status, they'll stop they'll unfollow you. Like for instance, there's a guy on my page who I stopped following on Facebook because he left, oh, I'm sick and tired of seeing people working out. I'm sick and tired of seeing people post what they're doing. He started to make fun of people who go to the gym and post videos. And I'm like, really? In this negative ass world, you're mad because people posting videos of themselves working out? And he's mad because he's not doing it. And they get upset. So keep expressing your joy. Keep expressing your successes. Hang out with people who's going to encourage you to talk about the goodness in your life. Because the more you show affection and energy, the key thing is, the more you show affection and energy into what happens, more of that will happen in your life. But if you're happy in any which way or form and you are forced to suppress that happiness, you're fooling yourself. Because you're actually falling for their trap. You're actually submitting to what they want your life to be or what makes them comfortable. And I've been through it. When I got engaged, I had some friends that were completely shocked me, refused to speak to me, refused to acknowledge it. And did it bother me? No, because that was a cleanse, a natural cleanse. I didn't cut any people off. I'm going to tell you a secret. If you're living your truth, if you are committed to your happiness, if you're a savage and you don't give a damn, you want to get married, you want to be happy, you want to be fulfilled, you're not letting somebody's expectations become your limitations. If you are truly focused and you don't give a damn, you are special, you are different. Yes, your dreams can come true. Just because they fail, don't mean you got to fail with them. If you do this, you know how you cut them off? Your energy will cut them off. I'll say it again. If you're on the right path, your energy will cut them off. You don't have to do a damn thing. Your happiness, your joy, your contentment, those high vibrations are going to raise and they're going to be so low that they can't even catch you. They're going to fall off your radar. I promise you. I promise you. In the laws of Enchantress, so many girls have come back and told me, this person don't call me no more. This person don't pick up the phone no more. This person don't even speak to me no more. And I told my girls in the Laws of Enchantress Club, in the membership club, I had a friend. I hope she don't see this video because she gonna know who she is. Oops. Hopefully she don't see this video. I have a friend who knew I was going to see Jason. Jason was courting me very provocatively. Everybody knew he was going to propose. That was a true general courtship for marriage. He's super traditional, super conservative. He's like a diehard Christian. So I got a good one. So when I came back and I was engaged, like a month passed, she never said a word to me. Then all of a sudden in Facebook Messenger, this is a friend from college. She could have easily picked up the phone and called me. All of a sudden in Facebook Messenger, she messages me, hey Connie, how's the wedding plans going? And I exploded. I was like, oh my gosh, we're getting married in Jamaica. We booked it. It's going to be a year from now because people were complaining. We're supposed to get married this August, but somebody of my family was like, it's too soon. We don't got money. You know, we have to travel. At first, we were getting married in England. Then my father's side of the family is massive. So I said, okay, Jason, your side of the family, England's smaller. So we had to figure it all out. And I just told her it's going to be in this hotel in this part of Jamaica. We already booked the church. We know what's going to happen. So literally, I was just typing away, being a happy, you know, newly engaged fiance. She never replied. I was like, hello? Hello? And then she said, yes. I said, you asked me about my wedding. Hello? Okay. I was like, are you there? Yes. I was like, okay, well, I have we made a wedding webpage together. Jason made a webpage. I said, you want to RSVP? Sure. So I went into tadanot.com. I got my link. I sent her the page. I said, just RSVP because invitations can get expensive, especially that we're shipping it all over the world. And we're getting these really cute passport invitations that I don't care. I want them. They're so cheesy, but they look like passports and I want them. So I said, what we're doing is RSVP people through that website. And if you say you want to go, then we'll give you the invitation. Sure, Connie, I would love to come. That was about a month ago, and she never RSVP'd. I never heard from this friend again. This is a friend from college. Thank you, Janelle. Never talk to me again. Never RSVP. I even followed up like an idiot. Hey, did you get the link? Nothing. You know, you could see on Facebook when somebody reads your messages, it was like red, 3:08 p.m. Tuesday. So why I'm telling you that story, did I have to cut her off? Did I have to get mad at her because it took her a month to acknowledge that I was, engaged? Did I have to go crazy and do subliminal statuses? No, she fell off naturally. I expressed my joy, expressed my contentment, my excitement, and that just deflected her, and she's choosing not to interact with me because she probably thought I was going to tell her some drama about the wedding. She probably thought I didn't plan anything yet. She probably was saying, is this real? Is this really happening? And when there was too much real for her, she couldn't align. She couldn't connect. So that's your own natural positive energy is powerful. It will deflect the crap out of your life. I promise you. At first, I wasn't trusting in it. At first, I was shaky too. I was like, is this actually real? Can you actually deflect crap out of your life with positivity? Do I have to argue, yell, and scream, and get gangster? No, you don't. There's a reason why people pick on certain people. There's a reason why people attack certain people, because they're trying to suppress that person. They're trying to make that person smaller so they can be bigger. But just keep blossoming. Like the flowers behind me, just keep blossoming. You don't have to do anything excessive. And that's a big thing of the law of attraction. If you're getting goodness in your life and you want more of it, you got to show excitement and attention to what you're receiving. You can't be scared to express the goodness in your life, but you want more of that. But yet you're invited and tempted and seduced to express and talk about obsessively the negative things you don't want. And when negativity is dominant, you wonder why. Well, I am telling you why. Passionate, son. I'm passionate. I know every single woman watching this video has the capacity to change her life. But she has to put herself in the right alignment. She has to attract the right things. She has to be provocative with the stuff that she wants. She has to deflect all the naysayers. She has to be able to kill the noise of the negativity people, the people who are living the same life month after month, year after year. They're just living. You're not alive. You're just functioning like a freaking plant. You're just taking in oxygen and breathing out whatever. You're just living. You're not alive. You're not experiencing. Leave those people alone. I'm not here to convince them, change their mind. Everybody makes choices. But to the women that want to dream, to the women that are saying, can I be happy? Can I be healed? Can I truly have it all? Yes, you can. And if you believe that and you feel that, receive that. Because you are worthy of that. Believe it, receive it. You can have it, perceive it, achieve it, uphold it. You can have it. There's so many women, 47, 51, 4 kids, 8 kids. They're all redoing, reblending, and recreating their life because they have the power to do so. Your consciousness and your thinking is immensely powerful. There's actually a book that I talk about in the group. Let me see if I can find it. I don't want to wake my cat because my cat is crazy. But let me see if I can get that book. I'll be right back. So I'm back. That was quick. So the reason why I'm telling everybody today, all my sisters, you only got 9 months left of this year. That's it. I know I sound crazy, but just think about it. Just the other day, I was counting down the ball. Today was my sister's birthday. Well, the 26th was. And I can't believe how fast this year is blazing down the calendar. I can't, for me, it's way too fast. For me, it's just blazing. I want to tell you something. You are doing something powerful every single day. Every single choice, every single book, every single magazine, every single status. Like today, I got tricked. I don't know what today was, but I got tricked. For some reason, my news feed had about 4 to 5 fights. When I say fights, I mean Fights. I seen so many fights today, and it really it threw me up. Like my spirit, my energy just like I literally got seduced. I submitted to it. And I was such in a bad mood, and I couldn't figure out why. And it's because I allowed myself to be engaged in that nonsense, and I had to unfollow. Because there'd be some crazy stuff in my newsfeed because I have over almost 5,000 people, and there'd be some crazy crap. So I'm here to tell you what you entertain as a collective has a big effect on your life. And I will say it 100 times until every single woman believes me and starts observing this amazing phenomenon. And that's why in my Laws of Enchantress program, I have several separate pages, which I manage with my admins. But one of the most important page is this page here, the intention experiment. Okay, the intention experiment. And I talk about this all the time. And as you can see, the book is well read. It got mad holes and stuff. I've turned it so often. And if you're in my group, you already know about this book. The group is called the Intention Experiment. It's part of the Enchantress program. You got to be a paid member. And the reason why I use this book as one of the pages, the reason why I dedicate an entire platform, is because this book for Black women, especially for Black women, is life-changing. Because if you actually read this book and all the scientific studies, and you listen to what this book says, it could be a blessing or it can be a curse. And honestly, to most women, it's a curse. Because this is why so many people reject karma. Karma's not real. Life just happens. I'm going to tell you you're absolutely scientifically wrong. And that shit, it scares you, right? Like, woo. And I'm not saying you got to walk around with silk wings and a white robe and be like, oh, nothing can happen. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about waking up every single morning and being angry, waking up every single morning and trauma bonding, screaming that you want to get over this and that, but you still talk about the negativity. I'm not talking about that. As you're watching this video, you're affecting your life. As you're watching this video, you have power over your life. So let me just tell you what the cover says. And I never get tired of reading this. So it's by Lynn McTaggart. Okay? So let me just read it to you really quick. Using cutting-edge research conducted at Princeton, MIT, Stanford, and many other prestigious universities and laboratories, the intention experiment reveals that the universe is connected by a vast quantum energy field. Thoughts generate in its own palatable energy, which you can use to improve your life. And when harnessed together with an interconnected group, it can change the world. She narrates the developments in science of intention, and she profiles the colorful scientists and renowned pioneers who study the effects of focused group intention on scientifically quantifiable targets, animal, plants, and humans. So basically, if you understood what I just said, thoughts generate its own palatable energy, which you can use to improve your life when harnessed together with an interconnected group. So for those of you who are sitting down as a group, www.ihatelife.com or www.fallthesepeople.com. For those of you who are addicted, you are creating a reality, whether you like it or not. I'm here to tell you something. Princeton, MIT, Stanford, Yale, Harvard, they're not here to waste money. These are prestigious universities. They're not here to mess around. They're doing actual conscious collective group studies. So when you're sitting down with a bunch of your sisters doing boil, toil, and trouble, and you're just angry, consistently, disproportionately, overwhelmingly, all the time, that is your mandatory expression, stop being surprised. Stop being surprised when more of what you don't want keeps showing up, because that's what you keep talking about. How often do you show gratitude for your life? How often do you talk about things with a passion that you want? Love, success, health, weight loss, entrepreneurship, family, faith, whatever it is you want. How often do you engage with passion? How often do you let the spirit move you and say, I'm so happy to be alive. I love my son. I love my daughter. I love my life. I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm worth it. How often do you drench yourself in those aspects versus the negativity that we engage, that we see, that we saturate, that we have visualization of 24 hours a day. Just think about what this book is doing. Think about the science of it. And if you want to learn more about it, you can even go on YouTube. She has her own The Intention Experiment channel. She passed away recently, Lynn McTaggart, but she has her whole quantum physics realm and stuff. Your mind is powerful, and the fact that we are women, we have an extra plus because emotional consciousness is what commands the law of attraction. And being a woman, our emotion is higher and sensitive, so we have a capacity to compel more into our life. But the most important thing is the belief system. When you have a subconsciousness that says you can't do this, you can't be happy, you can't, you're gonna breed more of that. There's been no woman, especially us, that has 100% put herself towards a goal and she has not achieved it. We are incredible women. We are fascinating women. We are successful women. But you have to make a choice. Do you want to be on Team Happy or Team Negative Titanic that you know it's going to sink? Do you want to be on Team Progressive or do you want to be on Team Anchor where you know you're going to sink to the bottom? You can't have both. People love drama. People love negativity because that's the only high vibration. It's addictive. That's the only little thing they get in their life. But you can truly have a life worthy that you can make jealousy envy you. That's why I said jealousy will envy you because you'll have all the excitement in your life. Another book that we talk about by Dr. Bruce Lipton in The Intention Experiment is this book, and it's actually one of my favorite books, and it actually won the Best Awards 2006 science book. I must have talked about this book 100 times, but the reason why is because more women need to know the truth. Now, this book sold over 300,000 copies and won the Best Science Book Awards in 2006. I'm going to keep stressing that because this is not mumbo jumbo. This is not The Secret by Rhonda Bynes, with no facts and figures. This is science, and it's written by a biologist. So listen to how powerful your mind is. Listen to how powerful. Studying new scientific discoveries about the biochemical effects of the brain's functioning shows that all the cells of our body are affected by our thoughts. All the cells of your body are affected by your thoughts. The implications of this research radically change our perception of life. It shows that genes and DNA do not control our biology, but instead, DNA is controlled by signals from outside the cell, including the energetic messages emanating from our positive and negative thoughts. I'm going to say it again. Your DNA is controlled from signals outside the cell, including energetic messages emanating from our positive and negative thoughts. You have a profound effect on your DNA. The Biology of Belief. Excellent book. If you want to learn more about Dr. Bruce Lipton, he's also on YouTube. You can look it up. So why am I telling you this stuff? You're like, Connie, what does this got to do with your Law of Enchantress program? This is a core of my program. This is what the base of my program is. The belief of self, the love of self, the power to change your life, power to overcome anything. You just saw 2 science-based books, okay, telling you that you have the power. And the scary part to me is the collective consciousness. Because imagine if you have a group of happy black women who are committed to love, honor, respect, wealth, health, who are committed to having it all. That's why I have Enchantress Beauty. That's why I have Enchantress Fitness. That's why I have Fitness and Fertility. That's why I have Traditional Ladies Luxe. That's why we have Ebony Domestic Goddess. We have so many different levels in that group. And just imagine if you have a conscious collective of happiness and you make a conscious effort to choose to be happy most of the time. Because you can't be crazy. You're going to have days you off, son. Everybody got off days, son. It's normal. Hey, Mahogany, how you doing? Everybody has off days. But just imagine if you choose happiness for 30 days and you focus with intent and precision, not just vaguely, but you're very purposeful in your happiness. What do you think is going to happen to you for 30 days? If you are purposeful, if you take a pen and a paper and you write that crap down and you say, I'm going to go to the spa, I'm going to go to Saks, I'm going to go to the library, I'm going to get my license for real estate, I'm going to become an appraiser. I don't care what it is, but you literally write that down and you put it to life and you look at it, you breathe it. What if you visualize and put up pictures throughout your house of where you want to live, how you want to live, and you give it more and more detail, you bring it to life? Watch what the hell happens to your life. And then you're going to turn back and say, how was I living like this before? How did I think I can have success and wealth and fulfillment in the negativity vibration I was saturating myself in before? You're going to look back and say, how was I even functioning? How was I even happy? How was I not depressed every single day? And many of us are, because I was. So you have immense power to change and revitalize your entire life, but you have to make that choice and stay away from people who are consistently negative, consistently unhappy, consistently tea and drama, because trust me, their life behind the scenes is falling apart. Because sometimes you're going to hear a lot of garbage from TV and the media and the magazines and YouTube and Snapchat. There's so much out there and so much of it sounds convincing. You don't know who to believe. Is that person good? Is that person good? Oh my God, but I like her. But I even with me, listen to the energy. When you close your eyes, I'm warning you. How does that person make you feel? I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. Close your eyes. The words coming out of me is vibration. And science has said they can actually decipher certain emotions. We have binaural beats. There's literally certain vibrations that emit from certain emotions. And that can never be confused. That's why certain music make you cry. Certain music make you hype. And for me, when I work out at the gym, I have to go back home if I ain't got music. I can't be the only one. If I leave my CD, if I leave my phone at home or my phone go dead, we all had that moment. You got 2 inches of battery, like, come on. I'm listening to Alicia Keys. Just give me 2 more minutes. Let me finish working out. We all have that moment. And I'm here to tell you that music actually helps me work out. I can't work out without it. I'll go back home if I left my stuff. And why do you think we sink to music? We thirst for music. Why do you think we hit the vibration and we hit the notes? Because that's all the symphony of the universe. So if you're listening to somebody and you don't feel better, stop it. If you're listening to music and you don't feel better, turn it off. If you're watching a movie and it makes you depressed, stop it. You have to understand the powerful impact of vibration in your life, because you truly have immense power. You truly have the power to change your life. And spiritual debt is one of them. Give more to yourself before you take. Deposit in your bank of happiness. Deposit in your bank of love. Deposit, so that that those deposits can mature and you can make immense and beautiful withdrawals. You can't put negativity, hate, and pain into your spiritual bank and you want to write a check for a happy husband, happy home, happy children, health, low BMI, whatever it is that you want. You can't write for something you haven't put in. You're going to get a spiritual overdraft. We talked about this. And it's real. Also, you have to remember, you are the prize. No one else is the prize. You are. If you pursue anything in life where you're given the praise and the glory, you're just tilted the scales away in your favor. You are the prize. You are the bag. You are priceless as a healed and well-watered woman. You are the prize. And not just in the beginning, not just in courtship, not just in 2 months of being married, not just being a newlywed. You are the prize throughout your entire life, because what you have to give, your sacred feminine energy. Men need that. Men thrive on that. That's why you see women who are overtly sexual. And you're like, why are they getting all the good guys? Because there's a massive gap of women who understand the basics of femininity, the basics of gender roles, the basics of traditionalism that commands and nurtures that masculine alpha. So you have a big gap of women who don't understand feminine, who don't believe in the feminine, who attack the feminine and say feminine's not real. And then when you have over-exaggerated women of feminine, that's the only feminine energy. And these men run to it because there's nothing in between. There's a big block missing of women like you, women like me, who are allowed to be vulnerable, who are allowed to be soft, who are allowed to admit they want to be loved, they want to be protected, they want to be led. They want to have that. They're missing. So you have nothing. You have extremes on the other end. Like I said, extremities are ruling our society. No one's using common sense. No one's having a balance or a compromise. It's either one extreme or the next, and it does not have to be that way. It's crap. You can't talk about being feminine and being vulnerable, but you go back to work the next day and you want to be masculine and an alpha woman. It does not work. It does not comply. It does not mix. And you can have it. So what? So what I want you to do is truly focus on what you want and be more observant in what you want in your life. Remember, time is undefeated. Time will pass. I'm going to leave. You're going to leave. We all leave. And God willing, it'll be a blessing and happy, safe life. But time is undefeated. And if you choose to engage and waste your precious time into what you don't want, if you choose to be frivolous and have nothing else in your life but the negativity, but the despair, but the unhappiness, but the trauma bonding, which has gotten so huge, which is not true healing. When you say, I don't want this anymore, screw this, screw that, fine. You made a choice as an adult to not have this in your life. Leave it behind and look ahead. Put all your energy ahead and watch your life transform. Don't be distracted by what I call the alligator pananis, the people that made a decision to clamp on and be angry. You have a right to live your life the way you want to. So if you choose to happiness, if you choose to dream, if you choose to want a life that you think you deserve, don't let anyone tell you you're not worthy. You can't have it because they made a choice. It's not true. There's billions of people on this planet living a different life. Well, Ms. Anna, I agree with you. I agree 100%. A lot of the stuff that we complain about as women, we brought it on to ourselves. Because as women, you know, we're supposed to be the ones being courted, adored, and chased. A lot of the things that we have done to ourselves, we brought on to ourselves. But that's a different video. That'll make this video too long. So I'm going to end it here. And if you guys are interested in the Laws of Enchantress program, you can go onto the free host page on the Laws of Enchantress on Facebook. Please like and subscribe. And you can also check out my Enchantress YouTube page. We have the Laws of Enchantress YouTube page as well, which is new. So you can go and like that as well. So hopefully I see you guys there. If you want to message me about the program, please message me on Facebook because I don't come in here as often as I used to because I'm super busy sometimes. And I want to do this video. So if you're interested, hey Tanea, have a great night and just message me or try to contact me somehow. Go on Laws of Enchantress and you can leave me a message. You can also check my reviews on Enchantress Coaching, on Twin Flame Coaching. I'll put the information in the information box after I upload this video. I hope this really motivated you. I hope you feel revitalized. And I hope you know you can have anything you want in this life. You are only limited by your beliefs.